Good afternoon, YouTube. This is take two for me, but basically it is a gorgeous day, and since I can't drive take three. It is a gorgeous day, as you can see, and since I can't drive my Evo, let's go inside and shop for a new one. Alright guys, before we get started, I'm going to do my first live video this Saturday. I'm not exactly sure what time. I'm trying to, I don't really know like with time zones what's going to be the best for everybody, or for the most people, or the one person that actually watches it. I'm like late morning, early afternoon. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Give me time to like take the pups and do stuff and get back so Lotus isn't running around like crazy like he is right now. So we're going to do this one a little bit differently than last month, or technically 2 months ago. Don't worry, I'm not selling my Evo. In the past video, I was trying to kind of just go through them all, wasn't sure what people would be shopping for. This time I'm just going to do it how I would do it, and hopefully that covers a good amount of them. If you have any questions or anything, that's what the live video this Saturday is going to be for, but obviously you can still leave them below. I'll be happy to answer them. Instagram is the best way to get direct contact as well. Lotus, what are you doing? Just back up all the way. Anyways, so let's get into this. Yeah, I know, buddy. I know. He's crazy. Alright, trying out this new screen recording. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better than last time, but here we go. Spell Auto Trader right. Okay. So me personally, if I'm going to replace my Evo today, obviously I've got an Evo, or, get an additional Evo. I'm looking for something more reliable. So I'm going to go Evo 10. New's not really going to be an option, obviously. I'm not the 08s, I don't know, it's the first year, just, I don't know, kind of just don't want to deal with them. And I don't like the 2015s for many reasons that I've mentioned in the past. So, I'm going to go 2009 to 2014, although technically there are no 2009s. So technically it's 2010 to 2014. Me personally, I'm going to want one with lower miles. It's just the price difference right now. They're kind of in that weird spot where high mileage, low mileage doesn't really make much of a difference. And there it is. So for me, honestly, I'd probably go, we'll see how many come up under 45,000 miles. Let me do that, pull up 39. That's not too bad. But honestly, I'd want under 30. Probably 17, so not as many, but let's see. Sort by lowest. I'm not gonna filter out GSR or MR because me personally, I don't really care. This would be more of like a daily type driver, maybe do some bolt-ons, a tune, and pretty much just leave it at it. Really, intake, exhaust, tune, boost controller, and that's pretty much it. Maybe some different wheels, suspension, things like that. But as far as like performance goes, like I wouldn't go too crazy with these. I don't think it's not that you can't do it with these. It's just not the one that I would want to do it with. So, first things first, hot car sponsored. Yeah, we're going to skip sponsored ones. All right. The other thing with keeping these smaller is I'm hoping maybe from month to month, you kind of see the trend of like how the pricing is changing over time. I do remember this one. This one bothered me because they've photoshopped or Lightroom this thing to death, so you can't tell anything about the car really. Okay, I mean, skies aren't that blue and grass isn't that green. So the car's all smooth and everything, and it's just not natural looking, so you can't really tell if there's any damage or road rash or anything like that. It really annoys me. It looks like it's stock under the hood though. Looks pretty stock. Is this okay? So I've talked about this before in videos, and here's a good example. Yeah, there's the 2015 seats. The regular Lancer seats making an appearance. So they've swapped the seats out, I guess. So I'm pretty much lost interest in this car. Oh, wait. I remember this car. See, now the seats are here again. Yeah, this thing is just... What is going on with these seats? Is this salvage? Okay. Yep, that one's out. Really wish with Auto Trader you could, like, filter out cars you've already looked at. You could just, like, blacklist them. Alright, silver. I'm not a fan of silver, personally. I mean, if that's your thing, it's fine. It's not a... I wouldn't rule it out, personally, but it wouldn't be my first choice. It's got some aftermarket wheels. It's MR again. It's the lower base MR, technically, which is fine. Doesn't really bother me. Blacked out the vents and everything, which is fine. Prefer it that way. Different trunk. It's not bad looking, just not necessarily my thing. What did you do? Huh? Acting crazy. You guys have been really good all day. You know I'm shooting a video now, and it's let's see how much noise we can make. My thing with buying cars with aftermarket body panels is you don't know the true story behind them. Unless you're buying it from like the person who did it, but this looks like it's a dealership. And that's why even with like my JDM bumper, I still have my OEM bumper. I have no intention of ever putting it on, but I think it's good to have. It shows that, you know, it wasn't wrecked or anything. Well, technically it was. I got kissed on the rear end, put like a scratch on there or whatever. But you can see that. You can see like it's just like a little scratch. It didn't actually do any damage. So I think that helps a lot. I know as a buyer that would make me feel a lot better to see that versus somebody just telling me, oh no, I was just bumped, you know, didn't do any damage. Yeah, okay, well, that's your word. Let's see. So the mileage is good. The price isn't terrible. It's in Colorado, not exactly convenient for me. I'd want to know more about the bumper. I'm not sure what kind of wheels these are. People who are into wheels will probably know. They look nice, though. I will say that. So, I mean, if today's the day that I'm looking to buy an Evo X, I'd put this on the short list, even though silver's not my color. It's not that silver looks bad, it's just not my favorite. I mean, they've definitely done the right thing, you know, blacking a lot of it out, which I think helps. So, yeah, I mean, it's the right year. It's an MR, which I'm fine with. Yeah, I mean, and the price is pretty decent, so would definitely look at that one. All right, next one, 2011 MR again, 26.5. Definitely got some mods going here. Probably not going to like this one. AMS front mount. At least it's a good front mount. I assume those are real Volks. I don't like them personally, but they're expensive, so you could probably sell them. Cheap little sub, but it's not a bad one. It's just not expensive. Yeah, definitely a lot of AMS parts. I kind of remember this one from last time. Oh, wow. See, somebody who puts LEDs on their car makes me question their judgment. And I don't like that hood. Now, the interior LEDs, these blue ones, those are factory. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna... Like, it's a nice looking car. Don't get me wrong. Like, if this is your car, or you like this car, like, I don't blame you. Like, it's super nice looking. The wheels aren't my style, so I'd have to sell those. The hood looks okay. I can't really tell from the photos the fit and finish, but it looks okay. I don't hate it, but again, I definitely want to know where the original stuff is. It's a Steven carbon fiber kit. Doesn't say anything about having the original. Yeah, I mean, if you like that stuff, if you want that look, if you want those wheels, yeah, I mean that's not a terrible price for 13,000 miles, especially. The LEDs are, that's a little questionable. Definitely get rid of those. But it's not a bad looking car. They've definitely spent some money on it. So if you like this stuff, it could be a good value. It's just a matter of you really need to make sure that it was done right, like all the install with those body panels. And you don't build a car like this and drive it all grandma-like every day, so it's probably been beat on a little bit, so I definitely want to get the transmission checked out very thoroughly. The fact that I think this is California, I think I saw the license plate or something. Yeah. So for me, it's a no-go. There's too many things I don't like about it, and it's quite literally across the country. But if you're in that area and you want to take a look at it and you like that stuff. This gray one, I remember this gray one. I'm only going to click on it briefly because if you watched the last video, you know I hate this car. But if you didn't watch the last one, yeah, that's just awful. And I'm not going to, no, I'm not dealing with that thing. All right, 2014, 21,000 miles, 28.9. I like these specs. This is very similar to, I think mine had 19,000 something when I bought it. It was just shy of 20. It's got the sunroof, so it's fully loaded as far as that goes. The brakes look like they might be a little rough, and they're not cheap to replace, so keep that in mind. Doesn't look like the owner's done, or the previous owner did any type of modifications, like any blackouts to the grills or anything like that. There's a blue LED, but I think that's just a camera flare or something. I can't tell if they're doing something weird with Photoshop or something. Some of the photos look a little smoother than they should, so you can't really tell what shape the body's in. It's got this stupid little dealer thing on the back that's annoying. Pretty sure that badge is wrong. It's supposed to be over there. Yeah, definitely. Oh, it does have a cob exhaust. Okay, so wouldn't be my personal favorite exhaust, but I hear good things about them, so if nothing else, you could take it off and sell it and probably get part of the money value worth, maybe like half or so. Yeah, I mean, so far I like it though. I'd want to see better pictures. I don't really care about a lot of these. Yeah, the interior looks pretty stock. I don't think they've shown under the hood. Curious to know. Same stereo I had in mine. Come on. Yeah, it's got the heated seats, obviously, because they're full leather. All right, wow. How many pictures do we have of, like, door locks? Is that it? No, there's like 57. How do I see the rest of them? Or maybe I did. Okay. So there's no pictures under the hood, unfortunately. I'd want to make sure, obviously they got the cob exhaust, so they have anything else. It's being sold by a dealer, so it's hard to say. Maybe you could find. Let's see, this says I freaking hate dealers. So it says 21,000 in up there, but then it says odometer is 30,194. So I don't know now. Okay. If it's 30,000 miles, I don't like it at all. If it's 21,000 miles, I'm interested. I shouldn't say I don't like it, but not for that price. Definitely not for that price. Lotus, you ground out the mailman? Yeah. All right. I like the color. It's the color I used to have. It's definitely been modded. Pretty sure it's been tracked, because I'm pretty sure this picture is out of track. Let's see. Yep. AMS mods under the hood. Tile blow-off valve. Yep. Got a lot of stuff. AMS dyno sheet. Oh, okay. Bunch of gauges that have been tacked onto the dash. That's awesome. I don't know why you would do that. But, you know, I put a little effort into tucking the amp back there. Are they giving these subs away? What's going on here? So it says all the mods were installed by AMS and tuned by AMS. If that's, they showed the dyno sheet, assuming they have the receipts that like prove all that, then I'm much more comfortable. Obviously it's got 16,000 miles, so that's good. A lot of these mods wouldn't necessarily be my favorite or what I would do. So me personally, I'm not going to pay much extra for these. You know, if I would pay, I don't know, he's asking 29, but let's just say I would pay 26 for this car. Well, with the mods, then maybe I'd pay 27 or 27.5. I mean, the mods are worth a lot more than that, but they're just not worth a lot more than that to me, personally. So, I don't know. It's got some other stuff that I'm not, you know, it's got those gauges tacked on there I'm not thrilled about. Yeah, I mean, at 29, no. And it's in Iowa, so that's convenient to absolutely nobody who will ever watch this video. But yeah, if you could talk him down a couple grand, maybe, especially if you're looking to do some mods like that. And again, there's nothing wrong with AMS. It's just, it's got some ETS stuff too that I don't care for. I've never cared for ETS for some reason. Another blue one. It's got the GSR wheels. Is this a GSR? Yep. Okay. So it's just got the wheels. Let's see. Yep, you've showed me the same picture at different zoom levels like 5 times. Wow, okay. Yep, there's a cutout in the hood. So I'm already done with this. I'm not even joking. What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? So you either did that because you think it's cool, which it's not, or you did that because you're insanely cheap and just needed to run it real quick out of there. Either way, it's not good. Where's that even coming out of? Oh, right there. Why on earth would you do that? No, I don't care. Absolutely not. I wouldn't even look at it. All right, 2013 MR, 29.9, 24,000 miles. That price is way too high. People are pricing these too high because they're lower mileage, but they're not at that point yet where that's a big deal. There's still a lot of them out there. And it just, I'm hard pressed. This has all the heated seats and everything. I'm hard pressed to pay that price when I paid that price for a 2014, like going on 3 years ago now. And we got a bunch of mods. So is that why they think it's worth a bunch of money? So let's see. Oh, fully built motor. Yeah. Not a chance. Yeah, I would not buy this car. Okay. Let's see. 2014 GSR, 20,000 miles, 30,500. It's too much money. I'm assuming this is like a southern or southwestern car because they've got like stuff over the dash to keep it. Yeah, California. Gosh, the sun is so bright even in the pictures. All right, not a lot of photos to go on. Decent miles. Not in no rush to sell. Means you're not really selling it. Makes me feel like I'm driving this. Yeah, I'm real leery when people say stuff like that because really what they're saying is I don't really want to sell, but if you want to give me way more money than I think you should give me, then I will sell it. So unless I'm like real close to him and really like that car, I'm just not going to waste my time even talking to them because they're clearly not even motivated to sell. All right, so we're doing some weird Photoshop stuff again. The car's all stretched out. That's cool. AMS front mount. Is AMS like shipping these with for free with new Evos or something? Got some intercooler piping, intake. Gutted the trunk. That's lovely. Single exit exhaust. It's definitely been lowered. I feel like I'm being like harsh on some of these, but it's like, why do people do some of these things? A-pillar gauges, I guess that's better. 2013. Did they have airbags there? I guess not. Hope not. Okay. So didn't really, I mean, it's been modded, you know, it's missing the trunk lining and stuff because clearly somebody was trying to track this or something. I mean, it's priced too high for a GSR with 30,000 miles and a 2013. So, me personally, plus it's silver and not even like the darker silver, I don't think. It's like this lighter silver. It's not something I would be interested in. If you're in that area and it checks out okay, you got to get them down in price though a lot. Like several $1,000s, which you might be able to. But yeah, you got to be really thorough on something like this. When it's a car with this many mods, it's been traded in or sold at auction, so it might have been repoed or something. Who knows? It makes me very uneasy. All right, 2014 GSR, price is high, but the photoshopping is also high. All right, so the camera did die. I'm gonna record this on voice recorder. Don't think you really need to see me talking anyways. So it's got all the higher end stuff, the heated seats, all that, the sunroof, all that good stuff. You don't see that as on a GSR as much. So if you want a GSR, but you want, if you want the 5-speed and you want the nicer interior and the sunroof and such, there's not as many of them out there. So this could be something that might interest you for that reason alone. They bought really expensive floor mats, so I mean they did care about the car. That's good. I think this is being sold. Oh no, it is a private seller. Okay, so yeah, it really comes down to just getting the price reasonable. Really is the only thing I see that's wrong with that. For the miles and the year and everything. I'd have to think at least me personally, I don't want it for probably more than like 27. So, that's a pretty big gap there. I don't know. That may just be something that they have to realize. I don't know. But I wouldn't buy it for $30,799, that's for sure. Let's see. GSR again. Okay, there. It's like, okay, one picture. Let's see. Well, the price is insane. $32,000, almost $33,000. I don't care if it does have 11,000 miles. That's absurd. I got it. Never any hidden fees. Like, gosh, some of these dealers. Why the trunk mat is up. The carpet is missing. I'm not sure which. Didn't see the engine yet. I get it. You want to be thorough with the photos, but like put all these like random ones of like the doors and stuff. You should just put those at the end. Just saw the engine. There it is. Okay. Yeah, looks pretty stock, looks pretty clean. I would hope so at 11,000. Maybe I did see it and I just missed it. I don't know. I mean, if you're looking for a low miles GSR, you're not going to get much lower than that. And as it says, no hidden fees. Doesn't mean they have to tell you about the non-hidden fees, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, that price is just insane. I mean, there was Mitsubishi dealers trying to get rid of 2015s not that long ago for this kind of money, so that were still brand new. Yeah, I mean, if you're in the New Jersey-ish area and you want a really low, what appears to be really clean-looking GSR, I think it's a way to start. I wouldn't pay anywhere near this price. And you got to remember that if you pay a premium for low miles, you got to plan on keeping it low miles, which I know I wouldn't do. So that's just going to get eaten away. You're paying that extra premium so you can have those low miles, and then you're just going to drive them away. So 2014 GSR, $34,000. Wow. I mean, these are the type of cars that it's like I don't even want to bother with because they're just... So either these dealers are expecting people to come in much lower, at which point it makes you question them because it's like, well, then why start it so high? Are you just hoping somebody be stupid enough to pay for that? At which point you're just trying to price gouge people. Those LEDs are factory, just FYI. Or I don't know, like it's just annoying. Like put it up for a reasonable price. Please don't buy any dealership warranties on any car, let alone an Evo. Although I do hear good things about the CarMax warranties from Doug DeMuro, apparently. But these like mom and pop dealerships, don't buy those. You shouldn't be buying extended warranties on Japanese cars anyways. See, now it says odometer is 31,000 miles, but it says 17 up here. Okay. So which is it? Is it 31 or is it 17? Oh, never mind. Okay. So it says this is like some Carfax. They're copying and pasting Carfax stuff is the issue. So they're saying odometer is 31,000 below market average. Okay. So that one we saw earlier, I think that said the same thing, so that's where that confusion came from. That being said, this price is insanely overpriced. I mean, just not even in the same ballpark. I would probably start with like emailing. If you're in this area and you want to look at it, maybe you go by after hours and find it out on the lot so you can kind of just look over the overall condition. And then I would do negotiations via email because you need to get them, $6-7 grand down before you can even discuss it. Just too far. Let's see. 4,400 miles. Compared to the other overpriced ones, at least they're reasonable, I guess. I still wouldn't buy it, but So we already know your photos are going on 2 years old. So this tells us nothing about the overall condition of the car. This is like clearly the day you bought it, but you have the license plate covered up. You would only do that if you were taking pictures with the intent of selling it, which tells me that you've been trying at least partially to sell this car for 1.5 years now, and it hasn't sold. So maybe you should lower your price. What's sad is, you know, if I was looking for one, like this would be a good one to look at, obviously. I mean, low mileage, very well kept, assuming the photos are actually represent the car. And then they throw in one with the license plate on it. Okay. It just doesn't matter. I was planning to keep it for a long time as an investment. That's not a good idea. But you found something else. Oil changed every 1,000 miles or every year. Oh, well, yeah, you only have 4,000 miles. $35,999 firm, as I am not in a hurry to sell. But you just said you found something else now, which would imply you found something as a better investment, which would be pretty much anything. So yeah, I mean, he's pretty much saying in his comments that he would rather you not contact him to actually try to buy this car, because nobody in their right mind should buy this for $36,000. However, I mean, if I was seriously looking for a car, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, the 4,400 miles, it's cool, but like, I don't want to pay a premium for that. I don't really care about that. Now, if I've got two cars that are identical and one's got 4,400 miles and the other one's got 20,000 miles, yeah, I might pay $500 or $1,000 more. But honestly, those two numbers don't really mean a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. So, I don't know. I mean, and you're not going to get, and that's the problem too. You know, you buy this and yeah, it's a 2012 with 4,400 miles, but you plan on driving it a decent amount. So 1.5 years, 2 years go by, all of a sudden you're up over 30,000 miles. Yeah, I mean, it's still a lower mileage Evo, but it's not anything crazy. So then you've pretty much killed all that extra value. The only way you pay extra for a low mileage is if you plan on keeping it forever. Yeah, I don't know. You can maybe shoot him a message and be like, hey, I see you've been trying to sell this for 1.5 years. Are you still firm on that price? This car, I remember, there's something weird. It's like wrecked or the bumper's off or something. I'm not messing with that car. I wouldn't buy it. And they want $40,000 for it. So we've got blue wheels. Not sure what kind or if they're any good. And a roll cage. Sweet. So I'm not going to buy this car. Oh, yeah, yeah, like I Googled this. This thing was weird. It's just like some kind of like trying to be like a Celine type or Roush type thing. I mean, it's a cool concept. It's just, you know, $50,000. I could buy any other Evo and get similar performance for a lot less than $50,000. They leave the seats out and put a roll cage in? Leave the seats in? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, just goes right through the seat. But then they made the seats match. What is going on here? All right, guys. Hope you guys found some usefulness out of that video, shopping for an Evo. And, oh, this is not a... Why? Why does the turning lane stop in the middle? Seriously? Anyways. What I was going to say is we are here at the Ford dealer to look for a replacement for the Evo. No, I'm just kidding. Just here getting an oil change. I will see you guys in the next video. Ask any questions below that you have. Other than that, appreciate you guys, and you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys later.